know that if you eat carbohydrate before a game, your performance will improve significantly. And if you look at lots of scientific studies that have been done, they show that players who eat carbohydrate before a game are the players who can maintain a much better work rate during the game itself, particularly during the last 15 or 20 minutes. One thing you can absolutely guarantee is that week in, week out, the vast majority of goals are scored during the last 15 to 20 minutes of a game. As long as you've got the diet right in the 48 hours beforehand, the pre-match is kind of the icing on the cake, but you can undo all the good of the 48 hours if you have the wrong things, so if you have a big, bulky, protein, fat type meal. But if you get it right and you just have some carbohydrate and you've had the carbohydrate in the build-up, as I say, it just gives you that extra top-up source of fuel that'll help sustain you for the full 90 minutes. If you start to think about your match day nutrition when you have your pre-match, you've left it too late. The important thing is to start thinking about your pre-match or your match day food on the day, 2 days before the game itself. So make sure you start to fuel the body properly in the 48 hours before kickoff, not just suddenly think about it when you wake up in the morning and think, oh, we've got a game at 3 o'clock this afternoon, crikey, I've been on the lash all night, last night, I've done this, that and the other, I need to make up for it by eating healthily this morning. Get it right in the days or so beforehand and you'll be fine on the day itself. When you wake up in the morning on match day, important that you have breakfast, but particularly a carbohydrate-based breakfast. Not the full English, but toast, breakfast cereal, yogurt, fruit, all great breakfast to have on the morning before a game itself. And ideally, even though you might be feeling a bit nervous in some cases, don't skip breakfast altogether. So breakfast is an important meal just to top up the energy sources. Before kickoff, often get asked how long before kickoff can I have something to eat. General guideline is sort of an hour to 2 hours. A couple hours is probably ideal.
They're thinking about their recovery, they're possibly having their game on a weekend, they're going to have their next training session a couple of days away. They need to make sure that they're properly recovering in terms of bringing their body temperature down. Also their recovery in terms of nutrition as well. They need to make sure that they're going away, taking in the correct macronutrients, thinking about their protein intake, thinking about their carbohydrate intake afterwards. It's not really just about going and playing the game and then going away and forgetting about it. It's a constant week after week preparation, thinking about your body, fueling your performance, and ultimately if you put the effort in with your recovery, you reap the benefits next time you come to play or train.
Your recovery and your preparation for your next match and your next training session should start as soon as you come off the pitch. Remember, your muscles are far more receptive to storing carbohydrate in the first few hours after exercise than at any other time. So if you can get fuel into your body quickly after a game, that will help boost the energy stores, boost this muscle glycogen that's the stored form of carbohydrate, and enable you to recover more quickly, to train more effectively the next time you go out for a training session, and of course to just live your daily lives more effectively as well. One of the things that you realise is just how short of space of time you have been able to play football, you know, at the level you guys are at, or the level that Gary Lineker and so on were at when I was working with the World Cup squad. It is a relatively short space of time, and whilst you're playing, I think, you know, it's a good chance to just kind of make sure you give yourself the best possible chance of being the best that you can be at whatever level it is you aspire to play at, and you'll get more enjoyment from it. You know, we all know it's more fun to come home on a Saturday night after you've won a game than it is having been tanked.